At this point, finding exploits in the Destiny franchise is as big a part of the game as looting engrams or riding sparrows. In the original Destiny, players tricked Leviathan into falling off a ledge and thus killing himself. In the dark below, it was discovered that a precisely timed disconnect of a LAN cable could defeat Crota. And now, in Destiny 2, a group of players have figured out how to use exploits to beat or cheese the final boss in the Leviathan raid. Ready for Crota Part 2, Reddit user 07 Your Desires post explaining the exploit begins, and yup, it certainly sounds like the good old days of unplugging a LAN cable are back. If players disconnect at the right moment, all the enemies other than the boss itself fail to spawn, making the fight much easier. It's a bit tricky to get the timing right, but a video breakdown shows the process, so you can follow along. Here's how you pull off the cheese. 5 players run up to Kalis, while one stays a safe distance away. Kalis' stomp attack should kill the 5 players near him simultaneously. Once those 5 players are dead, the 6th dies by standing in the blue fire near the door. At this point, the suiciding player must log out or go to orbit in the small window between when the all players dead countdown screen reaches 1 second and the fade to black. It sounds hard, but it seems that, if you choose to go to orbit when the countdown clock is at 4 seconds, the game should process the request at the right moment. If the trick worked, the 5 players who were stomped will spawn back into the room, and all doors will be open. At this point, the player who disconnected can safely log back and re-enter from orbit. No additional enemies will spawn, so all you have to worry about is Kalis himself. Those of you who've done the fight already know that there are still threats beyond additional enemies, but I won't spoil it for those who've yet to try their hand. After all, the thrill of taking on a raid is supposed to be its difficulty, so if you are going to use this cheese, I suggest you only do so if everyone else in your group is on board and you have already beaten Kalis once legitimately. As long as you are not hindering others' enjoyment of the game, cheese away. Make fun, you.